Welcome back. In the last video, we mentioned how the manor economy destroyed the cities of the Roman Empire. This time, let's go on and talk about some remedies of the Roman Empire. In order to reverse the financial disadvantages, the Roman Empire began to issue inferior currency in the middle and late stages. Among them, the reduction of precious metal content is the main performance. In the short run, this does make up for the fiscal deficit, but this economically bad behavior has further led to a serious economic crisis in the city. The depreciation of the currency has made the use of currency no longer acceptable in many industries, especially industries that value the value of currency itself, such as bulk trade and luxury goods transactions. This led to the return of the ancient tradition of bartering to history. Why would I use money if all I got in exchange for a valuable product was a pile of base metal? We must know that currency, as the intermediary of transactions, greatly facilitates the difficulty of exchange. But all of this is based on the value of the currency, or the credit of the government. If the seller exchanges the goods for a pile of inferior currency, and the inferior currency is not accepted by the buyer, then it is no longer feasible for any merchant to use currency, and the city itself needs currency as a medium for a large number of trade activities. Once the currency is not accepted, the role of the city will be greatly reduced. For the people at the bottom, bread cannot be bought with inferior currency. For merchants, it is extremely risky for either party to buy or sell to accept inferior currency. According to records, silver coins with a silver content of up to 90% in the 1st century AD. During the reign of Emperor Girthian, at 238, the silver content dropped to 28%. By the time of Claudius II in 268 AD, the silver content had dropped to 0.02%. The situation of copper coins is even more unsightly. By the end of the empire, copper coins were even cast with iron and covered with a layer of copper. The rapid devaluation of the currency also brings a very serious problem. Even if the value was once maintained, the currency with high precious metal content will be preserved and no longer circulated. As a result, the currency in circulation is not only not accepted, but the number is still decreasing. It is a combination of inflation and deflation. And as the link of economic ties, the cities that are the main tax collectors of the empire, inevitably dying in the process of rapid regionalism and currency inefficiency. At the end of the empire, the identities of the emperors also changed from the chiefs of the army to the largest landlords in the country. He relied more on the output of his own manor to maintain the operation of the empire, instead of relying on taxes like past emperors. This suffices to demonstrate that after more than a century of regionalism, the power of general taxation no longer exists. The vast majority of Roman civilians are now colonus or tenant farmers of landlords. They also cannot be used as soldiers, as they are the private property of equally powerful local powers. At the end of the Republic in the past, the choice of the Roman Empire was to hire poor civilians from the city to form legions, and the mercenaries eventually destroyed the Roman Republic. And this time, even the freemen were vassalized by the landowners and became their private property. Hiring barbarians can only be the last resort of the Roman Empire. We all know this part of history. In 410 AD Alaric plundered Rome, and in 476 the last emperor Romulus was deposed. Rome finally met its own demise in the mid-5th century. From an economic point of view, when the self-sufficient manor replaced the village-city system, dominated by the commodity economy, centralization will face a serious threat. After the central government loses effective financial sources and military personnel, it often falls into rapid decline. Economic factors are often the direct cause of some historical events. In the late 4th century, the regionalism of the Roman Empire continued to strengthen. Many places actually belonged to the empire in name only. The emperors had to rely on his own manor and real estate to maintain the operation of the empire. This is exactly the same as Charlemagne's practice in the Frankish kingdom. When one group is economically disconnected from another, their relationship weakens and eventually dies. Unlike traditional medieval manners that we recognize only appeared in the Middle Ages. In fact, in the middle of the 3rd century, the manor economy had already occupied the mainstream. The biggest feature of the manor economy is self-sufficiency. In fact, the Roman Empire no longer had a centralized basis, because the manor had nothing need empire to provide, and the existence of the empire will only affect the development of the manor. Afterwards, its two sons, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. One created modern European civilization, another profoundly influenced the politics and culture of Eastern Europe. And that is another story. Thank you for watching. I will provide you with more content in the future. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and like it. But the most important thing is to remember to watch my video seriously. I'm Trainee, see you soon.